Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good wherever you are. Welcome to Spirit Level Ep5. We're getting there. We'll be in double figures soon. Thanks for joining me today. I just wanted to talk about this episode in particular, looking at spiritual and psychic and mediumship development. Okay. And what I mean by that is that I now have 10 courses on Udemy that are just blowing me away on a daily basis. But a lot of the questions I get is that I'm here now, how do I get there? And what about this? And do I take the next course? And what course should I do first? And where am I with this? And where am I with that? Which are all beautiful, very normal questions, if you like. But what I want to do really is I just want to take a seat back and think about how do we develop? Not only how do we develop, but how do I help you develop? And for me, Udemy call the teachers instructors, okay? Now, I was thinking about this today when I was driving in the car, and I don't like the word teacher, I don't like the word instructor. I'm not too overly fussed on the word coach, but coach to me seems to make more sense. And why am I saying that? For me, a teacher or instructor is somebody who shares information, who imparts knowledge to those people around them. But a coach helps people to develop themselves. And I've been thinking for quite some time now about, what's my mission statement? How do I articulate what I'm trying to achieve, etc., etc. And I had an epiphany in the car. And that is, my why statement, if you like, why do I do this, is that I'm here to help you help yourself along your very own spiritual journey. I'm here to help you help yourself along your own spiritual journey. What does that mean? Well, I'm here to coach you. I think the key to all of this is a lot of people ask my advice. I can only give what my experiences are. But my advice to you is, and what I'm trying to do is to try and unlock the inner you, the spiritual, the soul center, the heart self, to get you away from this physical bodysuit and take you to a place whereby you answer your own questions. You develop yourself. When you work with spirit. I don't work with you with spirit. I help you to connect and work with spirit. I'm looking to help you help yourself along your spiritual journey. Nobody else's. And although we can ask questions and it's all about sharing experience, and I want to be there as a level of support, ultimately, you need to help yourself along your spiritual journey. And that can be helped through structures and systems and processes and all the things in the course that I talk about. But how do we truly develop, and how do we really move things forward? And this is, for me, is the biggie. And I was thinking about this in the car today. If we think of this line here, and this is 0% and this is 100, okay, that we need, right? And it'd be interesting to put your comments in below how you see it. I think we need to have a quarter, 25% of the time learning. So we're taking courses, we're reading books, we're listening to videos, we're learning 25% of the time. 50% of the time, half of the time, we need to be practicing and cultivating. So we've got 25% learning, we've got 50% practicing and cultivating. What does that mean? We're cultivating our development through meditation. We're practicing our psychic or our mediumistic or our healing on those people around us. That's 50% of the time. So we're taking, all of the learnings that we've learned here, the 25% of our time, and 50% of the time, we're cultivating and practicing it. We're standing on our tiptoes. We're getting out of the comfort zone and going into the spiritual zone. That's what we need to do. And then you may ask, well, what about the other 25%? What about the last quarter? And for me, that's reflection and rest. We need to reflect on the good things that we've done. We need to reflect on the great messages, or the amazing meditations we've had, or the visual things we've had, the hearing things, the healing things, the mindfulness, any part of that you're specializing in. You have that reflection, and then guess what? You just rest. And that's the final 25%. So we need to be thinking about, how do we develop ourselves psychically, mediumistically? We develop ourselves on the physical. We develop ourselves on the spiritual. We develop ourselves, with our mindfulness, with our meditation. 25% of the time we need to be listening and learning and reading and watching and 50% of the time we need to be practicing and cultivating. And 25% of the time we need to be reflecting and resting. The big question is, where are you at the moment? Are you 75% of the time learning? Are you not practicing? You're not cultivating? You're not reflecting? You're not having any rest? You're having too much reflection, too much rest? You're having too much... Where are you? Put it in the comments below. Where are you? And I think that's important, because we need to get this balance. You've got the 50% in the middle of cultivating and practicing, and we've got 25% either side, which is the learning, which is the courses and everything else, the reading, everything. Everybody is a student. I'm a student as much as you're a student, okay? And then on the end, we have the reflection and we have the rest. We need to look back and see what worked, what didn't work, where our strengths are, where our weaknesses are, and not worry about our weaknesses and not be too excited about our strengths. We have this, real balance, this spirit level that we talk about. I think that's important. I really do think that's important. If I just want to expand on that a little bit more, when we develop ourselves, we stay in the 25 because we think that the next course is the one that's going to truly unlock us, is the next teaching, the next book, the next phrase, the next video, the next is going to be the one. When the reality of the situation is, what you've learned needs to be cultivated and practiced. That's where the magic happens. But that's where the dedication, the consistency, that's where it needs to be. I am absolutely focused on delivering that for me. And how many of us stay in that? How many of us then start this cultivation and practicing and think, oh, it's not working for me. I need to take another course. I need to do this. I need to do that. When the reality is, when the going gets tough, that's when you know you're in the right place, because you're stretching yourself. That's when you know you're getting on your tiptoes. You're getting out there. And that's then when you really stretch yourself, really, really stretch yourself. And then you can have those moments of reflection, and then you can rest. And I thought about that, because when I speak to a lot of people, they say, yeah, but I need to learn this, or I've got to learn that, and I must learn this, and I've done this, I know that, and I've started this, but I just think I need to do this. Do what you're doing. Learn what you learn. Practice and cultivate. Reflect and rest. I think it makes huge sense, because when I look back on what I did and how I was doing it, I just wanted to drink everything in. I wanted to be that, that spiritual sponge who was just listening and learning but I didn't practice enough. I didn't cultivate enough. I still don't cultivate and practice enough now. And that's why, for me, I got to practice what I preach, and I need to look at this. I'm still learning. I read books every day of the week. I've got a great book here, Alex Harris, who's a Welsh physical medium that I'm looking at the moment, which is an amazing book. And I'm always learning. I'm always listening. I'm always, thinking. I'm listening to podcasts. I'm back in the gym, which is great. And I put a podcast on. I just listen, and I listen to bits and pieces, and that's my 25% learning. I have to cultivate and practice more, and I certainly got to reflect and rest a bit more as well. But I hope this has been an important spirit level for you, because it's very easy to keep talking about techniques and all of these things, but I think we've got to look at the bigger picture in terms of our overall development structure, our overall development pathway, our overall development line, and our 20, our 50, and our 25, our 50, and our 25. And I'd like you in the comment section below, and as I always say, please like, comment, share, and obviously subscribe to the channel if you can. But just put in the comment section, tell me how you would see your current split. And it doesn't matter if you're, the balance is out, because that's what this is about. This is about us discussing and reflecting and resting. This is our reflection of where we are at the moment. I need you to reflect on where you are and then put that in, and then off we go. It's wonderful. So I don't think I'm a teacher. I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to be an instructor. I don't want to share or impart knowledge. What I want to do is be a coach. I want to help you to help yourself along your spiritual journey, to make sure that you have clarity of purpose within your life. And that's important. And that's why I'm here. And I always say this, is when I started my spiritual journey, it was a very, very lonely place. And that's one of the reasons I'm putting in as much time and effort as I can to get as much content out there, so that you can answer some of these questions yourself. But also, this video needs to be the 25%. I hope you've enjoyed that. As I said, if you please could like or comment or subscribe to my channel. And as I've still got, if you go on www.julianjenkinsmedium.com, there is still the ability to sign in free of charge to the highest rated mindfulness course on Udemy, free of charge. Yes, you heard it here, free of charge. Normally £99, but for you, if you go on my website, you can have it free of charge. Thank you very much. I hope you've enjoyed this. And as I always say, I'm here to help you, to help yourself along your spiritual pathway. Be love and give love. Thank you very much. God bless. Good night, good morning, good afternoon.